Shout out to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. It may have taken the FBI 30 years to catch the P. Diddler, but it only took a New York City thief 30 seconds to steal the same HP Z-Book that I worked on a few videos ago, right from my customer's lobby where I shipped it to after I was done with my repair. Something I couldn't believe when I saw the delivery picture, because what place is more safe to leave a delivery than an unsecured lobby with packages that have clearly been opened and had their contents stolen? Now, even though I found the scum in question, when I went to interrogate him and see who else was involved, they suddenly passed away. But conspiracy or not, since I didn't require a signature on delivery, a mistake I'll never make again, I'm left with two options. I either screw the customer by telling them tough doo-doo, or I screw myself by buying them another laptop with my own money. So of course, being the exact opposite of the character I portray in my videos, I'm not only going to eat the loss, I'm gonna give them something 2 years newer, worth 3 times more, and with specs that blow their original out of the water. And at the same time, I'm gonna show you my exact process of refurbishing a used laptop so you can learn how to do it yourself and hopefully save some money. Now, the first step to this process is to pay a visit to my local electronics recycler, Trident Electronics, to pick up a used business class laptop. Recycling companies like these are fantastic resources to find decommissioned business class laptops for dirt cheap, as well as any other electronic device you can think of. You just need to get there first.
That's how we rolling, baby. Mad space. Mad space.
Yeah, dude, why? Look at all that space. All that space.
I wish I knew how to drive stick.
My shirt! Let me in! Let me in!
Yo, look at that 370Z, baby!
Oh.
That's what you should get, man.
I know, I've been eyeballing that thing, man.
We don't go through speed bumps.
We don't need no speed bumps.
I mean,
Woo, this guy's flying. Whoa, that's took that shit doing 90. Okay.
I think he's
That's
making
one
a
way to
video.
ride a scooter. Well, he's going to the hospital, so he's close enough. Uh-oh, what do you do here?
We just go straight. Where it says way wrong. That's how you read it.
But that suspension's holding up well.
Hello, hello.
What's up, Pete?
Oh, hello, Andy.
How's it going?
Yo,
man,
Lupe,
how you
what's
doing?
up, brother? Man, how are you?
Hey, shit different.
See you, dude.
What was that? So what do you got for me today, bud?
Get the laptops you asked about. 2 of our best.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll take them both. How much we talking?
Full price.
Full price, after all the things I've done for you.
I mean, it seems like a fair deal.
Okay, fair enough. Wallet's in the car. I'll be right back. Lupe, you good to go?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Perfect.
Hey, Pete, is this stuff free or?
Yeah, help yourself.
Oh, all right.
One day later.
Well, hello there.
Yo, 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 what you doing, man?
Well, why don't you come in and I'll show you. Sure. Come on in. The water's fine.
Yo, what is that?
No, that's a Black Widow. Don't touch that. Ah! Time to get back into the shop. Whoa! You're alive.
I won the gulag.
That's good because the heat's off us and now we can refurbish these computers. So we have a Lenovo P15S Gen 2, Intel i7, it's 11th Gen i7, 16 gigs RAM, 512 gigabyte, and the second machine, so this is the one that we're gonna give to our customer that had their computer stolen.
Now, I chose the P15S because it's reliable, easy to repair, and built as sturdy as a tank you would play in War Thunder, today's video sponsor. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made and is available for free on PC and consoles. Now, I thought owning one tank was cool, but in War Thunder, you can command over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships spanning from the 1920s all the way to today. Some of you may know history was my major in college, so speaking from a point of realism, there's simply no game better suited for fans of military history. The amount of detail put into these vehicles, graphics, and authentic sounds is unmatched and immerses you in a way no other game can. The damage model alone is one of the most sophisticated in gaming. Each vehicle is modeled down to its individual components, and different types of armor, shells, and missiles behave like they would in the real world. And my favorite feature is the X-ray view because I can't stand not knowing how I lost a battle while fighting against one of the 70 million active players, because with this view, I can see precisely where a shell penetrated, which components were damaged, and what ultimately led to my unfortunate demise. So if you want to join the action, you can play War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox now by using my link in the pinned comment or video description. New and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across all platforms that includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium account. It's available for a limited time only, so you better be quick.
This one is a nice Dell XPS with a 13th gen i7, I believe. Yep, 13th gen i7, 5 gigahertz, woo, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabyte NVMe. This one we are not going to give, but we are going to sell this on our shop. So everything I'm going to do to this, you can just assume I do with this. So this is what I do with every single computer that comes into the shop that I buy off eBay or I buy from my electronics recycler that I just ripped off. And I want to show you how to save money. This is how to save money. It's not easy. It's not hard. I'm not
the greatest technician that's ever lived
or anything, but it's something that you can do at home. First, I'm going to slap on my gloves because I don't know what type of biohazards are lurking in this computer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but first thing I'm going to do is make sure it turns on. Isn't that convenient? It does. So this also has a 4K screen, as you can tell by this beautiful, beautiful display.
It's nice and bright.
It is nice and bright. It's 4K screen. This is probably the nicest friggin' screen that Lenovo's made in a while.
I'm blind.
I can't see anything. I'm smelling the cursor right now. I can't actually do it. It turns on. Great. Make sure it charges. Shout out to you, Green. And that face means it's charging.
And the orange light.
And the orange light, of course, the orange light. Now this thing is so new. Look at the power button. It still has the plastic on it.
Oh dear.
Your father made the mistake by removing that on their honeymoon. So next, I'm gonna test the hinges. The hinges are solid. These ThinkPads really do have solid hinges, something HP could learn. Maybe the thief did my customer a favor by stealing that HP. So these hinges are good. Nothing happened yet. Now that I know that, I'm gonna test all the USB-C ports. It charges. We're gravy. I choose these ones specifically because they're probably one of the best computers used that you can buy. Brand new, it's a little spicy in terms of price, but used, you can get thousands of dollars off. It has like minor wear, but you're saving thousands of dollars. Are you looking at your computer or are you actually using it? This also has a removable keyboard, a replaceable keyboard, which I love because obvious reasons, repairability. So I want to test the keyboard, make sure all the keys work. Oh my God, I can't even open Notepad without prompts. Microsoft. Backlit keyboard works. This thing is like mint condition. If you can tell by the power button, this thing has barely been used. Webcam, so camera. No, can't even open the camera. Oh yeah, oh yeah, but camera works. Does the microphone work? Microphone works. And do the speakers work? We already heard that, but we're gonna hear it even louder. So that works. USB ports, test those, test the HDMI, test the Ethernet, test the other USB, test everything, test all the ports as soon as you get the laptop, because if you need to return the laptop, you want to be able to return it quickly. But now we need to actually test the CPU, test the GPU, make sure nothing's overheating, and we need to test the SSD to make sure it's healthy. So we're going to do that right here. The programs I use to test everything out is going to start with Benchmate. You can get Benchmate from benchmate.org. It's a bundle of a bunch of programs. So you have like Cinebench 7-zip, CPU-Z, GPU, it's just a bunch of programs. The ones I'm going to use right now, it's going to be Cinebench R23 and HWinfo 64. So HWinfo is going to tell me the temperatures, and Cinebench is going to stress test the computer to see if the computer is going to overheat. The other program that I'm going to get is Crystal Disk Mark and Crystal Disk Info. It's going to tell me the reads and writes to this NVMe. 16.8 terabytes that have been read, 16 terabytes that have been written. Now this is a SN720. What I'm going to do, I am going to see what's the endurance of this. And you can see it's 200 terabytes written. For the 256, this is a 512. It's 400 for the 1 terabyte model. I'm not going to see exactly what it is. I don't feel like doing that, but I know that we're nowhere near the read or write limit for this NVMe. Now, Crystal Disk Mark is going to tell me how fast the actual SSD is. So I'm just going to click all, and then we're going to wait, and the numbers look good. This is what we should be seeing from this NVMe. Just for giggles, I am going to Cinebench it before, so I'm going to run Cinebench R23 just to see what the temps kick off at, what the score is, and then what the score is going to be after we replace the thermal paste on it. I want a 50-gallon drum of lube.
Get on AliExpress.
AliExpress probably has it. Are you with me? So Cinebench score 5326. And we did max out at 102 Celsius, which is spicy.
It's not that hot.
You're not that hot.
That's not what your wife said.
We all know that's a lie. Let's be real here. Cut the shenanigans. We all know that's a lie. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna repaste this bad boy.
You should do it with the computer on.
I should repaste with the computer on.
See what happens.
Right? That sound effect. Tools I'm gonna use, up siren. I have PTM 7950. I have 99% alcohol, cotton balls. I have a scalpel. Now you may not want to do the thermal paste depending on your skill level or what you're comfortable with, but it's not that difficult on this one. So a few screws on this P15 and it comes right off. We didn't break any clips. Battery looks good. Battery's not puffed up. We had no issues with the battery when we just worked on it. RAM, 1 stick of 16 gigabyte. 16 gigs enough for what she's gonna use it for. Obviously, first things first, disconnect the battery. Everything looks good. You can generally tell how a machine's been treated just by looking at the inside. And this looks pretty good. This is why I do like the ThinkPads. They're very easy to work on.
I got a Lenovo Yoga, don't work.
Well, it didn't work when you bought it brand new. A few screws, and we're gonna wiggle it, break that suction, and that's it. Don't touch me.
Our skin rubs on each other.
Oh my god. I gotta go home and shower. So let's get started. We're gonna clean it up. Some 99. This needs to go though. This thing's not even touching. Don't eat the fruit roll-ups, as tempting as they may seem.
Down the hatch.
My back. Your spine. You need 1,000 bottles of fish oil.
I need 1,000 moms for 1,000 massages.
Alright, we're gonna reapply the thermal paste, but we're gonna put PTM on there.
My technique of applying PTM 7950 on a chip is to lay the sheet on top of the chip and apply some pressure so it leaves lines in the sheet. Then I use my scalpel to trace the lines and cut the sheet off. Then I peel off one side of the sheet, apply it to the chip, and remove the remaining plastic from the other side. And it may take you a while if you don't have good dexterity, but just be patient and you'll eventually get it. Or just use thermal paste and avoid this whole hassle. But PTM will give you better temps.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm like Michelangelo.
Who?
I'm like Leonardo da Vinci over here.
With thermal putty, you want to apply just the right amount to cover the entire chip, but also have it thick enough to make contact with the heatsink. The good thing is if you use too much, the extra will come out of the sides, unlike a silicone pad that will just make your heatsink contact uneven.
So you may ask, why didn't you clean the fan? There was nothing in there. You can actually see, when you look, you can see in there was nothing in there. Surprisingly, it was clean. So this computer came with a 512 gigabyte SSD.
Yeah.
The customer had a 512 gigabyte originally when they brought me their laptop, and I upgraded it to a 1 terabyte because they were running really low on space, and that was one of the things that they purchased, the service through me. So I wanted to upgrade this one from 512. I'm actually gonna give them a 2 terabyte drive, because I'm just trying to spoil them. This situation just really sucks. Like, you don't ever want your customer to be in this situation. When this happens, I try to I go out of my way to just do something nice and to give extra where I can to make up for all the bullshit caused by some asshole that decided they wanted to open a package in New York City. Shout out to anybody that lives in New York City. I don't know how you guys do it.
All the best ones live in Jersey, man.
Yeah, in Trenton. Shout out to Trenton. We cloned the drive over, the 512 gigabyte drive, to the 2 terabyte drive. If you're buying a refurbished laptop, it might not be a bad idea to either do a fresh install or to just install your own NVMe, depending on how much money you want to spend, how much storage space you want in your computer. So that's also a thing I recommend. A fresh Windows install from a USB is always recommended, generally if you're buying it from eBay or whatever, because you just never know what's on there in terms of like software or whatever. It's better safe than sorry. All right, so it sounds like we got booted up. Plug it in.
The final test is to see if our pace change resulted in any performance difference, and it's quite clear from the Cinebench score difference that it did make a significant impact.
Now, why do I buy refurbished laptops? I only buy refurbished business laptops because these laptops are not meant to be disposable, right? Consumer laptops, the stuff you buy at Target, Walmart, Amazon, Kmart,
Aldi's.
the laptops in those stores aren't meant to last, right? Those are disposable laptops. Those cost like $300 brand new, and they don't last long. The hinges will break, the trackpad will break, everything will break. These are built to be used for like years and years, because imagine the contract that Lenovo has with, say, the EPA. That's a good one, right? Imagine the contract that Lenovo has with the EPA, assuming they have a contract with them. They want to make sure they put their best products, the products that are gonna last the longest, in the business class laptops. Because when you buy 1,000 of them, if you have a failure rate of 500 of them, they're not gonna get their contract renewed. So they make sure to put their best technology, their most rugged technology in those laptops. And that's why I sell them. Brand new, these things cost like 3 grand, right? But on eBay or somewhere else on the used market, you can get them for like 600 bucks. And you're getting a computer that's easily repairable. You're getting a computer that's easily repairable, it's reliable, it's upgradable, and there's a lot of support for it. A lot of the times you can find these things with friggin' warranties still active, the manufacturer warranty still active. That's why I grab these business class laptops. Now, they're not the fanciest, right? They're not colorful with all sorts of cool features that you'll never use, but it's nice to have. But they last, and I want my computers to last because when I sell computers to people, I need them to last. The last thing I want to happen is for them to come into me, poor wording. Yeah. The last thing I want to happen is for them to come to me and say my laptop's broken that you sold me. A lot of people think I was crazy, and probably still, I mean, rightfully so. But the fact that I put a 1-year warranty on these when I sell them, a used laptop, I'll put a 1-year warranty on it. People think that's friggin' nuts. You know, the place I used to work at, it was 30-day warranty or 60-day warranty. The tail light warranty, right? As soon as I see those tail lights, warranty's over. But the reason I do this is because I stand behind my product and I want to save people money. I don't want to repair an HP with a broken hinge. I want people to save their money and put it towards something that will make their lives better and make their families' lives better. With that said, this is why I chose the ThinkPad that you see here to ship to my customer in need, because the thief that stole it, they're gonna be stuck with an old HP ZBook, but this person is going to get a nice Lenovo ThinkPad P15S that's been personally touched by my raccoon-like fingers.
And mine.
And Lupe's. All right, so a little more serious note, right? To kind of cap off the video if you stuck with me this far. The reason that I'm so passionate about saving you money and kind of buying used stuff is because when I was growing up, we didn't have the option of buying used stuff, and my dad didn't know that like eBay existed, so we would buy brand new stuff through a credit card. And you know, my dad, it took him years and years and years and years to pay it off. My dad was not a rich man. My dad was very poor. My whole family was really poor. If we knew about eBay, we would have been able to save so much money. The whole reason I got into laptop repair was because I had an HP DV9000, if you guys remember that, all my OGs, if you remember that computer. That was one of the computers that had the NVIDIA graphics chip failure that affected the PS3, the Xbox, all that stuff because the unleaded solder. The GPU would disconnect itself from the board. It sucked. It affected so many people, the MacBooks, Xbox, PS3, blah, blah. If I knew what I knew now back then, even though eBay was still in its early stages, I would have just got something used. I would have got a used computer that was way better than what I had, and it was more repairable, blah, blah, blah. It would have been a used ThinkPad. And that's why I'm so passionate about just trying to save you guys money. Of course, it's not perfect. No laptop is perfect, but I feel like these ThinkPads, these P-series ThinkPads are like the closest thing to a perfect used laptop for somebody that needs something that's easily repairable, they're fairly powerful, and they're cheap. They're cheap, cheap, cheap. And that's the thing. That's why I'm so passionate about this. That's also why you don't see companies sponsoring me like MSI, Gigabyte, like Asus, all them that sell products directly to you, brand new products directly to you, because I'm a repair shop, right? The things I do here go directly against their bottom line because I'm making sure your product lasts longer. So again, shout out to every company that does sponsor me. I appreciate you so much. And of course, I appreciate you guys because you guys are the reason I'm able to actually do this shit. You guys are the reason I'm able to give this customer a laptop, paid 600 bucks for this laptop. That's 600 bucks out of my pocket because I need to make sure this customer has something good. I don't want to mess this customer over. It's because of you guys. It's because of the members. You guys are so nice to me, honestly. I didn't have you guys and I didn't have a YouTube channel and this would happen to me, I'd be screwed. It would suck. It would suck. Imagine owning a repair shop, right? 600 bucks, that's a hit. And for me to have to eat that would suck. And that's what I was doing. This isn't the first time this has happened. This has happened too many times. This is the first time one was actually stolen. I've had to sacrifice weeks of work to make sure my customer was happy, like multiple times. And all that does is burn you out. It makes you not want to be kind of in this industry, it's not good. So again, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys allowing me to do this. And I hope the information that you learned in this video will help you buy a used laptop. And hopefully one day I'll actually sell you a used laptop in my store. My problem is that I just don't have enough time to list the laptops, handle the orders and all that stuff. I just don't have time to do that. I'm a bit in over my head here with everything. And the thing that kind of sucks that I do feel guilty about, it's gonna get better for me. My YouTube channel will continue growing because of you guys, but it's not going to get better for repair shops, other repair shops. I'm talking strictly in the United States, right? In a high cost of living area. It is not gonna get better. In fact, it's gonna get worse for you guys. And for me, right? If I was just a repair shop, it would get worse for me. The new Intel and AMD chips, soldered RAM on the laptops. I don't know if you know that, Lupe. So that means that's one less thing that you guys can do, right? That we can do. So no more paying, which in the first place, people shouldn't be paying me to install RAM. In the ideal world, they would know how to install RAM themselves, right? But sometimes computers aren't that easy to work on. That's just the nature of the business. That's how they're designed, the anti-repair design. Every single year, it gets harder and harder, and the future looks more uncertain for repair shops. So if you have a local repair shop, support them. Don't send me stuff if you have a local repair shop. If the local repair shop is good, because sometimes they're scumbags. If you have a good repair shop, if you have a reputable local repair shop with legitimate reviews, not fake reviews, a lot of repair shops, that guy had fake reviews, a ton of fake reviews. Support them, because they need your support. I need your support too, but just watch my videos, that's all you don't have to do anything else, just watch my videos. But if you want to see the repair industry not go the way of the TV repair industry, support your local shops. Stop buying brand new stuff when you don't need to. If you need to, buy it, you know, I understand. But if you don't, buy used, save the friggin' planet. All this stuff's gonna end up in a landfill eventually. I bought something new, right? The only thing I bought new recently was this guy, the Chewy mini book. You can find this in my Amazon store, baby. But this thing's awesome. I beat the shit out of it. But that's it. I've been ranting for too long. Too long. Too long. It's time to deliver this computer. So. Oh, it's wife.
No.
Wifey number
Probably
6.
fraud.
Hello. All right, enough yapping. It's time to ship this out. I do have to get this out to the UPS store before 5 o'clock, and it's 4:55. So I'm gonna run like the wind.
3 days later.
Hey, I'll take that.
There you go, sir.
Thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check out War Thunder now for free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, and use my link in the pinned comment and video description to register. Those of you who are new or haven't played for 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across all platforms, including multiple premium vehicles, in-game currency, and more. Now a reading for all you greatest supporters that ever lived. Asa Kavanaugh.
Greatest hope.
Greatest hope. The greatest hope that's ever lived.
Yes.
May Brooks.
Christian Kambudo
May Brooks good looks.
with the boobies.
Christian Kabuto. Kabuto, did you ever, you never picked Kabuto?
I don't even know what that is.
Pokemon, dude. You never got that far? Kabuto or, thing?
Zapdos, you mean?
Please don't hate him. He knows not what he does. Deadly Windex. I like that one. Deadly Windex.
Drinks Windex.
I drink Windex.
Jake the Snake, 3221.
Oh, Jake the Snake. Fireworks blow up. I like that one. They do. See, that's a Pokemon. Oh, he's fireworks blow up. He's pissed about Kabuto.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
Take it out with my Charizard.
Oh, Lord. There's
The Bloody Queef 69.
Bloody Queef 69. Dark Dave.
Eric Danos. Daniel S88. So
Daniel S88. Do you think he whips an S88?
Nah, I think he whips an 88 Honda Civic.
There we go. Okay. All right. He unsubscribed. He's offended. Killjoy 6645. Thank you very much. Nothing can kill my joy when I'm around Lupe.
Yes. Pierce.
Pierce. Yes, Pierce.
I went to Pierce Middle School.
See? Every one of you are special. Fuckstick 9000. A man of my heart.
Joel Larson.
Dakota Roney. I love you, Dakota.
Yes.
You're the best. You're all the best. Dakota's the best.
Masquerade.
Yeah, P.
Oh,
P.
don't forget the P.
George
Tully.
George!
George.
George!
George.
Shout out to George.
George.
George built this entire place.
Yes.
George.
Georgie.
And Huda.
Huda, yes.
And Huda.
Thank you for the cookies.
Thank you for the cookies. Will thinks things. Will thinks things. He indeed
so.
thinks things. With
Might
a
be
little
Wilson's
gecko.
cousin or something.
Jacob Holmes. Thank you very much, Jacob Holmes.
Stephen P. Stephen B.
Is it Stephen or Steven?
Man,
I've been saying Steven.
man, God damn it.
Stephen.
P.
You can say Stephen, I'll say Steven.
Yeah,
We
so-
cover both bases here.
Yes, exactly.
Fred Simonovsky. My man Freddie.
The Red Guard 153, my fellow Africans.
A. Ron Shepard.
Limus.
I love that one.
Or
A.
Lemus.
Lemus. I think it's Lemus. Lemus? Toucha might be. Of course.
Cal Murdoch.
Murdoch.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Cal.
Sorry we couldn't be there.
Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best. You really are the greatest supporters that ever lived. Until next time,
Send the cash app.
send the cash app. What's your cash app, Lupe?
It's Lupe G1.
You hear that? Lupe G1 cash app.